Here we are with Dee and Tom. And how long have you guys been in the Crescent Hill neighborhood?
We moved here from Cincinnati in 2007, and for the first several years we lived here, Thomas was still commuting to Cincinnati, so I was here alone for a couple nights of the week, and always felt very comfortable and very at home here in the neighborhood. From the very first day that we moved in, I was just really happy to have neighbors that I knew, have quick access to the highways and to shopping and to downtown. I work downtown, and it was 5 minutes to downtown, 5 minutes to shopping. It was really convenient, so I loved it. Now, Thomas can speak to the fact that he's never lived anywhere but Cincinnati. So how did you like it?
So was this hard for you to make a change?
Actually, until 2007, I really did live in Cincinnati all my life, and after being here for about 2 days, I didn't miss it at all.
Well, that's a pretty good endorsement. You guys are both retired just recently. You're a retired attorney.
Yes, I'm 99% retired. I still do a little work.
And you worked for the city.
I worked for Louisville Metro, and it was really convenient back and forth to downtown, not just to work, but for all the arts events and everything else that goes on in our downtown. So this is a location that was central enough and yet also had a really homey feel, had lots of trees, had plenty of yard for our dogs, so it just is a good compromise for us anyway, between the city and not being in the city.
So I've noticed you walking a lot now.
And that's fantastic because the neighborhood is so walkable. Just the neighborhood itself is, but if you go right up a block to the Louisville Water Company Reservoir, they have a beautiful area there where you can walk. It's very safe and flat, and so just lots of opportunities here. The Seneca Park is only 5 minutes away. We even were ambitious and walked to Cherokee Park and did the loop over there one day, although I must say that was a little bit longer walk than we had.
Well, it's cooling off now.
It's fantastic to have so many options, literally 5 minutes outside of our door.
Well, I've timed it, and it takes me 90 seconds to get to the front door of the Blue Dog.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
it took us 1 minute longer than that.
Yeah. You guys have been so active in the community also with Crescent Hill, the neighborhood association, and at the Peterson Dumenil House. You just like to be involved, or did the neighborhood draw you in, or?
It did. The first persons that we met, it was about the day we moved in, were Jerry and Pat up the street.
Mm-hmm.
They were people in charge of the Crescent Hill Community Council at that time, and I mean, it was the first day we moved in. On behalf of the whole community council, they came down and welcomed us,
oh.
and then promptly recruited us to be part of the organization.
So as part of that organization, a couple different times since we've lived here, and we are right now the district representatives for this street and the 2 streets over, and so as part of that, we walked that neighborhood door to door, so this street, Kennedy and Birchwood, and met all our neighbors face to face. And it was just so pleasant to talk to everyone and check in on folks and to know that you would be welcome. You know, that was really not a pleasant surprise, but it certainly was wonderful to know. So we've literally walked every single house on those 2 streets.
Wow.
And been welcomed at this street.
I remember you knocking at our door.
Yeah. And to be reasonably welcome with every single knock on the door. I don't know any other neighborhood particularly where that might happen, so it's pretty special.
One of the other things that the community council does is it has little stipends for the districts to do block parties, and we've done that here, and it's been up the street. And,
yeah, we've had it at your lovely house too, and that was fantastic to, for people to feel comfortable about opening their homes to neighbors.
Yeah.
Is wonderful. Yeah.
Well, it's, because we tend to know the neighbors more at our end, you tend to know them here, and so then when you would have gatherings down here, it was nice to get to know the people at this end too.
Absolutely.
So, well, I think that's awesome.